All the secrets behind Princess Diana's iconic wedding dress. Wedding gown designer Elizabeth Emanuel tells all. 3 months before Princess Diana, then a 20-year-old Lady Diana Spencer, walked down the aisle to wed King Charles III, then a 32-year-old Prince of Wales, she called up Elizabeth Emanuel's small studio to ask if she would do her the honor of making her bridal gown. In that moment, the young designer was tasked with making a dress as singular as the people's princess. She exceeded Diana and the world's expectations, creating what is the most recognized wedding dress of the last century. Hello and welcome to Royal Scandal. Please do well to like, subscribe, comment and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss out on any news updates. Although utterly remarkable and inimitable, the frock inspired hundreds of copycat dresses and continues to capture brides' imagination to this day. From the moment it stepped into St. Paul's Cathedral on July 29, 1981 for a union witnessed by hundreds of thousands of people, the gown became ubiquitous, but it wasn't always that way. To add to the centerpiece's allure, the public had no idea who was behind the dress or what it would look like, which deemed it the most closely guarded secret in fashion history. And this dress is chock full of secrets. Ahead, we break down all the details and mysteries behind Diana's wedding dress, some of which Emanuel herself revealed to in style. We caught up with the designer during the Styling Princess Diana exhibit at Photographiska on May 21, 2024, held as part of People's 50th anniversary celebration. Dee's iconic wedding gown is a silk taffeta creation that was dyed in ivory hue, as opposed to a traditional crisp white. It features a frilly neckline, ruffled cuffs, puffed sleeves, a fitted bodice, a voluminous ball gown skirt, delicate lace detailing, intricate embroidery, 10,000 mother-of-pearl sequins, and, of course, a striking 25-foot train. The centerpiece was a family project, as it was designed by Emanuel and her former husband, David Emanuel. Elizabeth Emanuel's mom, Brana Betty Wiener, also worked on the embroidery. The 25-foot train is the longest in royal wedding dress history, a record the designers set out to exceed. I always wanted to put the train with it. We spoke to Diana about it and had a bit of a laugh. We said, let's make it longer than anybody else's train, Emanuel recalled. And we looked it up, and by doing it 25 feet, it was longer than anybody else's. We had a lot of fun. It was a fun thing to do. The larger-than-life edition came with some hurdles, including having to be folded like a bedsheet in order to fit it into the carriage. Additionally, once the princess arrived at the cathedral, it took the designer duo and some of Dee's bridesmaids to straighten it out. Even larger than the train was the bride's sparkly veil, which was a whopping 153 yards of tulle. The headpiece was hand-stitched by Peggy Plevy of Embroidery S. Lock, now called Hand and Lock, and decorated with 10,000 micro-pearls. Emanuel fondly remembers it added a magical radiance to her fairytale frock. Emanuel remembers her phone call with Dee like it was yesterday. In addition to Diana's request for the Emanuels to make her dress, she also asked that it be kept a sworn secret. The Emanuels treated Dee's plea with the utmost seriousness. They had 2 security guards, Jim and Bert, watch over the dress every night, locked the gown up in a metal cabinet, kept the shutters on their windows closed, and even put scraps of fabric in the garbage to throw journalists off their scent of what the dress looked like. Emanuel recalled having complete free rein when designing the dress, not a single guardrail or request from Buckingham Palace. From the get-go, they knew they needed a big dress to fill the grand space of St. Paul's Cathedral, and they wanted it to stand out and look very different. But, above all, they wanted it to be something Diana really loved. It was a fabulous time, the 80s. It was all about romance and frills. The style that we had at that time was very big skirts, ruffles, and all of that, Emanuel said. When Diana came to see us, that's what she really liked. The aim was to make a fairytale princess dress. The duo referenced books and historical photos, such as Queen Victoria's wedding dress, and drew up tons of sketches. However, their jumping-off point ended up being a dress Diana tried on from their sample range, which featured a cinched waist and puffy sleeves. Both the princess and the designers saw that style as the winning formula. From there, they set out to create a version that couldn't be copied. Over the 90-something days the Emanuels had to make the dress, Emanuel said Diana went from a 26/27 waist to a 23-inch waist. We kept delaying cutting into the fabric because she kept losing the weight, and in the end, we just had to cut away. But we had to keep taking it in and taking it in, she said during the Photographiska panel. Ultimately, they had to sew Diana into the dress the morning of the wedding to ensure a perfect fit. After the royal couple exchanged their vows, the dress took a global tour, making appearances in museums and exhibitions around the world. In 2014, per Diana's will, it was passed down to Prince William and Prince Harry, following Harry's 30th birthday, according to People. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.